Hi, it's David from Toronto Yard and Garden, and today it's going to be um, today's video is about good customer service in the context of landscaping. I'll try to keep it brief, but basically this could be helpful to anybody starting this kind of business. These are pretty basic things, but let's go over them anyways. Why you should care about why you should care about good customer service? Basically, you do good customer service, and your clients are happier. Therefore, you're happier. You make more money over a long period of time. It's a benefit to you. You know, unless you want to be the kind of contractor that just like pisses everybody off and still makes money, but that's good in the short term, and that's going to ruin everyone's mental health. So why not just be a good contractor and a good person? Um, First thing about good customer service, a lot of us have seen this triangle where you have timing, pricing, and quality of work as kind of like you can have two of the three, but not all three of the things. Basically correct. But the first aspect of this triangle is timing. I think this is the triangle. I'm not sure, but anyways, the first part about customer service is timing. Um, if you tell them that you're going to be there at, 10:30 in the morning, be there 10:30 in the morning. If you're going to tell them you're going to be there at 3, be there at 3. It actually doesn't matter when you say that you're going to be there as long as you're there on time. That's when you do the quote. That's when you do any phone calls and conversations with them. That's when you start the job. That's when you end the job. All throughout the time, you set their expectation of when you're going to be there, and then you're just there. Right now, that is also to say that they will have their own expectations on when they should come. Right. So I should make a note. Client has their own expectations, and I'll put this over here because this is going to be this fourth thing that I'm going to talk about, which is social skills and problem solving. But aside from the client having their expectations, when you just say something, just do it. Just be there and do it and fulfill the things that you say you're going to fulfill. That's quite important. Um, the second aspect of good customer service is accurate pricing. Accurate pricing, I like to bill on an hourly rate sometimes. Everyone's pissed off at me for billing on an hourly rate. But generally speaking, when you come, you give a flat rate, an hourly rate, estimates, expectations, whatever. You say what it's going to cost, and then it costs that much, right? Don't raise prices in the middle. Don't, if you say that I expect this work to be done in 2, 3 hours and it's done in 6, it's not good. Um, Again, you get to set the expectations, you get to set the price, so just be faithful to your own expectations. The customer will take it or leave it. The client will take it or leave it. But just fulfill your own expectations as per the price. The customer's issue, client has their own expectations about timing, and client has their own expectations about pricing. Also, we should make a note avoiding bad clients. So it's important to do both. The third thing for good customer service is quality of work. If you're like, give them an expectation of like, this is what it's going to look like. Take some pictures of past jobs, anything on the internet, visualize them, explain it to them. The point is, they have their expectations. So, right, the client has their own expectations about quality, and you should have your expectations about quality. Um, at first, meet your own expectations about quality, right? I know there are jobs where I walk away and I'm like, this looks like all the weeds are gone, right? But not really. Like, I still see patches here and here and here and there. If you're gonna say it's done, it's clean, make sure it's done. Make sure it's done. So, there's that. Now, having good quality work, being on time, and pricing accurately requires that you do one very important thing, and that thing is price high, just up, up, up. Like, price the shit out of everything, because the more expensive something's going to be, the more like money that they're spending on it, the more you feel at ease to kind of like actually provide good quality, actually be on time, actually deal with a client's bullshit when it comes up. Just make things very expensive and find clients that have a lot of money so that you can actually comfortably work and meet good quality standards, right? That's assuming you can deliver on good quality standards. If you can't deliver on good quality standards, then you find whatever clients you can find. But if you know how to do a particular thing, then charge a lot and do it right. Um, so these are your three stepping stones for good customer service. It's pretty basic. If you're on time, you give an accurate quote, and you give a good quality of work, client, if you're happy with your work, that's step one. Now, the next thing about okay, so the next aspect of the next aspect of good client service is not your expectations, but their expectations. Um, if you are coming in to pull some weeds or do some manual labor, just dig some stuff up, move some stuff around, and helping out, and they expect, you know, $22 an hour, and you come in for a quote and you say 45, they're gonna be like, no, that's not even gonna start. If they think it's 20, if they think they want to pay $22 an hour, but it's it's like a 3-hour job in their mind, but it takes you 6 or 7 to do it like well, because the client doesn't know how to do a job well. They just know how to do a job their way, and in their mind, it's like, oh, this is a 3-hour job, but in reality, it's like 6, because to do it well and to do it to your standards is a 6-hour job. Anyways, basically, a client will have their own expectations about pricing. So to avoid the hourly rate bullshit of like, oh, this took you 5 hours, I thought it was going to take you 2, just have flat rate it. Whenever possible, flat rate your jobs. Now, some clients will say, no, 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 I don't want to do a flat rate. Or some clients will say, no, no, no. Like some clients will like demand, like, no, this has to be an hourly rate. Or like even you yourself might be thinking, like, okay, this cannot be possibly flat rated because they're just going to keep coming up with random stuff for me to do. How can I flat rate this? Fine, do it on an hourly rate, but avoiding bad clients in this case, you have to look for keywords. If a person says, uh, "This can be done in 2 hours," or "I've done this before, it only takes 3-4 hours," or it it took the last guy 3-4 hours, just run. Just be like, no, I'm not. Here's the flat rate, or here's how many hours I expect realistically this will take. This is what it is. Either they go with yours or they fuck off. Because I've done productive work, and then if somebody comes in who hasn't been like pulling weeds for as long as I have, and they try to do the work, it's gonna take them longer. So, and then they're gonna be pissed off, like, oh, the last guy did it in this much time. So, whatever the client's expectations are about price, you have to clarify, like you have to just provide accurate pricing on your end as much as possible, so that they're like, if their expectations are up here, they got to drop them, right? But if the job starts and their expectations are still up here and your expectations are down here, you're going to clash when it comes time for billing. So, like, really nice soul conversation. You understand this will cost you $150, not 70. You understand this, yes? It's likely going to cost that. And if they go, yes, then you can start. But until they go, yes, you don't start that. Because you you don't want to surprise people, A, because it's going to stress them out, which is going to in turn stress you out, and B, because you might not get paid. So the next thing is, so they have their own expectations about price. They also have their own expectations about timing. They might, you might say, I'll come in at 11. They're like, no, we want you to start at 8:30, right? Or they could be, and at that point, it's a no-go, because I start at 11, you start at 8:30, that's fine. We just won't start. If I'm busy. If I'm not busy, I'll wake up at 3 in the morning to do the job. But in terms of timing expectations, you come in and you say, I'll be there around 9 to 10, something like that. And they say, fine. And you're there at 10:01 and they flip shit, right? You want to know what kind of person you're dealing with. Are you dealing with the sort of person that's like, I'm home all day working from home, I have nothing to do anyways, it's the pandemic, I'm just chilling, come whenever you want? Or are you dealing with the kind of person that's like sitting, like tapping their foot, like, why are you late? Why are you late? Why are you late? So, again, timing, have an agreement on, like, avoiding bad clients. Basically, um, I don't think there's anything to avoid here. I mean, the only thing is, like, avoid people that cancel jobs if you're 10 minutes late. Right? Like, this doesn't really come up with landscaping. People understand that you're going to be late a little bit, but there are in some businesses those people that, like, if you're late, um, that's it. They're not dealing with you anymore. Um, I wouldn't say avoid those people. Just be better at being on time. But still, those people are going to stress your life out quite a bit. Um, Tell your client when you're going to be there. Be on time. Make the timeline as close as you can. Just be as much on time as you can. And that doesn't. And if some people don't do windows. Don't be like, I'll be there from 10 to 2 p.m. tomorrow. Like, people hate that shit. Just specific timing, as close as you can. Um, the next one, quality of work. You might do it something to a good quality, and they might look and be like, no, it's not enough. Again, you have to kind of sense what their quality of work is, and you have to bid in consideration for that. So now, lately, whenever I bid a job, I'm like thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this, but if they start coming up with like extra little details for me to do here and there and there and there, how much is the worst case scenario? And I bid the worst case scenario. And if it comes in, like, if I bid a job that it's gonna take 7 hours, but it really takes like 4, I just build them for 4 because I'm within my frame. Okay, so here's the thing. Um, if you every customer has a sort of bullshit meter, and every as a landscaping contractor, you yourself have a bullshit meter. You both have it. So customer bullshit meter and contractor bullshit meter. You start with a nice normal relationship, zero bullshit, both sides. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. I need a job. I can do the job. The more time you spend with each other, the more bullshit comes up. Every time you're late, every time they don't pay on time, every time they have an argument with you about quality that wasn't brought up before, every time they come up with a scope of work that didn't exist before, and they complain about some other shit, um, every time that you change the price on them, and every time you say, "Oh, this is good quality work," and they say, "No, it's not," all of this contributes to the bullshit meter. You want to keep this meter as low as you can, so keep it in mind. It's like instead of 3 strikes you're out, keep like draw like a little thermometer and just be like, this is how much bullshit I'm dealing with. And when you hit a threshold, that's when it's time to leave the job, or that's when it's time to reassess how you're dealing with that client. It's too late to reassess at that point, but that's at you write a threshold for yourself. It's like, I leave the job at this point. So, anyways, limit the bullshit. Uh, do good on these 3 things, and you will increase the likelihood that you get paid well, and that you get reviews and referrals. Referrals are, I don't even know who gets referrals, but some magical people get referrals out there. But it helps with reviews, because I do a good job. Clients leave nice online reviews, no problem. You know. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Last thing. Social skills and problem solving. I have another 45 seconds here. Um, Clients are going to come up with issues um, throughout the job. They're going to say, I don't like this, I don't like that. You have to work on your social skills. So your ability to say, like, okay, you have a problem, great. Let's deal with that problem together. Let me figure out how to deal with that problem. And keep their stress low. Phrases like, I don't know how to do that, or I wasn't ready for this, or I don't like this, or don't talk to me like that. It's all gonna create higher stress. It adds to the bullshit meter. Just have good social skills. Work on your social skills as a contractor. It's almost as important as doing the job itself. That's it. That's the video. Hope this was informative. Have a good day.